all. So today we are going to discuss about the rest part of noise. Okay. So last class we have discussed about the effect of noise with respect to baseband transmission as well as with respect to the amplitude modulation transmission. Okay. Now we have to see what will be the effect on DSP-AC signal, SSP-AC signal, as well as once again we will visit the effect of noise for AM signal if it is detected with respect to synchronous or if it is detected with respect to envelope, and then we will enter to the effect of noise to the angle modulation. Okay. So today date is 12/11/2020. Okay. So here we will discuss the noise effect on DSP-SC system. DSP-SC system. Okay. So effect of noise in a DSP-SC system means, as we have seen what are the steps we have followed to calculate the input SNR, output SNR in the previous class, and then we have divided the output SNR by input SNR, that is called figure of merit. So that means three things we have to calculate. First, we need to identify input signal power and input noise power, where after the band pass filter. Okay. Then output signal power, output noise power, where output of a detector pass through an LP. Then we have to identify SNR for input and SNR for output. Okay. And then we have to determine the figure of merit, that is SNR output divided by SNR input. Okay. So these are the fundamental terms which we are going to detect with respect to different systems. Either go for baseband transmission, that also we have seen only modulating signal is transmitted, how it is detected. Then we have seen with respect to AM also, we have seen the transmitted power, received power and all. Now we will see with respect to the DSP-AC system. Now what is the DSP-AC system? DSP-AC signal first we will generate. Okay. So how we will generate? This is my message component. This is my carrier component cos omega ct, and here I will get m of t cos omega ct, which is called double sideband with suppressed carrier. Done. So this will be my received signal, and this received signal is going to be added with respect to the noise, and then we have to identify what is the input signal power, what is the input noise power, then output signal power, output noise power, then input SNR, output SNR, and then the figure of merit. So these are the steps need to be followed to determine the figure of merit. Okay. So one by one we will start. So first, with respect to DSP-SC system, first I need to represent the signal DSP-SC of T. Let us consider it is AC is also present. So here you can substitute, that is AC m of T cos omega C. So this is my DSP-SC system or DSP-SC signal, in which the modulating signal is m of T. Modulating signal is m of T. Okay. Now this modulating signal m of T is band limited. That also we need to justify. Band limited. To bandwidth B, let Let us consider. You can consider F1 or B, no problem. Both are same. Okay. So these are the two considerations. Now, for the calculation of a noise, as we have discussed in the last class, there is a representation for noise calculation model. Okay. So that noise calculation model we have to represent. So calculation for F1, we have to achieve this particular value. So how we will calculate? Step by step we will use, and we will use which model? Noise model. Okay. Which sort of model? Representation of a noise model. Okay. So how we will represent? First, we are receiving the signal S of t. Now what is S of t? S of t is nothing but DSPAC signal, which is added with the noise component when it is traveling through a particular channel. And at the receiver, we had a band pass filter. Because why we are using band pass filter? This band pass filter will identify a certain band in which my information is present. In that band, the effect of noise is also going to be measured. Okay. After this band pass filter, what will happen? It will enter to detector. Okay. Output of detector is passed through an LPF. Okay, and here we will get the output. Now, this particular point, detector followed by a low pass filter, in which this detector one part I have missed out. We have to use one synchronizing carrier component, that is cos omega Ct followed by n Lp. Okay. In that detector, what I have drawn, in that detector it is called as the synchronization with respect to cos omega Ct followed by an LPF, it is called as y of t. This is the output signal, and we will get n of t. Now what is this? This particular part is called as demodulator. Okay, and this whole part I can say this is called receiver. Okay. Now here what happens? The message signals, it is a modulated signal, which is our DSPAC signal, delivered in a particular channel in which noise component is added, pass through, or it will enter to a receiver in which first it will identify the band pass filter. Okay. Now this band pass filter, what he will do? He will bring back from the higher frequency to the lower frequency, because that is the purpose of a receiver. It will identify the particular band where the information is present. Okay. Now it is proceeded to the detector one or the demodulator. Now as we see, the demodulator is a mixer in which carrier component is fed followed by an LPF, and we will get the output. Okay, but where we will identify the signal input and the noise input. Okay, now here you can see I have added S of t and N of t. It will pass through the band pass filter. So in this filter, before entering to the demodulator, we have two components. One is SF of t and one is NF of t. Now what is this SF of t and NF of t? SF of t means it is the filtered output of a band pass filter with respect to the modulated signal, that is called SF of t. Similarly, the noise component is filtered by the band pass filter, that is called NF of t. Okay, and this SF of t, we will identify the signal power, input signal power to the demodulator, and this will called as a input noise power to the demodulator. Always remember this SI and NI itself indicates that input signal power and input noise power to the demodulator unit. And S0 and N0 is the output of signal power and noise power output of a demodulator. You need to identify these two components separately, divide these two components, you will get a figure of merit. That figure of merit will decide the performance of this particular system. Okay, so step by step we will identify first what is S of f, what is N of f, what is output values, and what is the output noise component. Okay, so S of f is equals to AC m of t cos omega c and nf of t. Okay, now last class I have discussed what is nf of t. Nf is the band of a particular noise extracted by a particular band pass filter, and we have represented either with respect to LSB or USB. So here nf of t I can write nc of t cos omega ct minus ns of t sin omega ct. Done. So these are the two input signal to the demodulator. One with respect to the modulated signal, that is SF of t. One with respect to the noise component, that is NF of t. Okay. Now after identification of this, we need to calculate what is the power available in this SF of t and NF of t. Okay. So step by step we will see. But first let me represent the spectrum. So SF of f plus NF of f. So since it is a DSP-AC signal, the effect of carrier is suppressed, and we are having Fc plus B and Fc minus B. So these are the bandwidth. So what is the bandwidth? The bandwidth is 2. Similarly, the reflection part also I have to draw minus Fc plus B, this is 0, and this is minus Fc minus B. Okay. Now, so these are the two segments in which noise is added. Yesterday I have told how to add the noise component. So noise is added up to this much, and the output of band pass filter is limited. This is the output of the band pass filter, and this is the effect of noise will be present. So here the effect of noise is there, because the power spectral density or the spectrum for a noise, as we have represented, this is NF of f, okay, which is amplitude is eta naught by 2 throughout the frequency component. Either you can write S of f or N of f. Then our two segments are available with respect to DSP-AC signal, that is S of f having certain amplitude. This is Fc minus B, it is Fc plus B. This is the bandwidth. Okay, at a certain amplitude. Now you need to add these two. If you are adding these two, you will get this sort of filter. That is the output of a band pass filter. And the output of a band pass filter is having a bandwidth of 2. So this is the analysis of the signal which is entering to the demodulator. Now we need to suppress the effect of noise, extract the information, as this is my input to the demodulator. Okay. So now we will calculate the input power first, and then we will calculate the output power. Input power, and then we will calculate the output power. Okay. So input power, how we will calculate? First I need to write what is my input, SF of t, it is AC m of t cos omega ct. Now power depend upon only the amplitude component. Okay, so amplitude is how much? AC and m of t. So input signal power is half AC square into m square of t whole bar, because this is my amplitude. So this is the input signal power to the demodulator. Similarly, now NF of t, I need to find out input noise power also. So NF of t is NC of t cos omega ct minus NS of t sin omega ct. Now, how to determine the power available in this particular component? As we have seen, the available power in this component is half of this much. Then, with respect to noise, we have seen, let us consider this is PR. And we have seen the power content in a noise for a AM signal, if it is a bandwidth is 2B, directly we can write NF is equals to 2 eta into B. So this is the power available, which is already derived. So it is 2 eta B. If it is SSPSC, eta B. If it is a DSPSC or AM, we have to consider the noise power as 2 eta into B. Now this is my noise, input noise power. Okay, this is my input signal power. How to represent this one as a input SNR? So SI by NI is called as input SNR, that is equals to PR divided by 2 eta into B. So what is PR? PR is half AC square m square of t whole bar, that is PR. And what is our input noise power? Input noise power is NF, capital NF, the power available in the output of a noise through this particular band pass, that is 2 eta into B. And signal to noise ratio for the input side, it is PR divided by 2 eta B. Now we have to calculate the output power available at the demodulator side. Output available at the demodulator. At this particular point we have to identify. For that, what we have to identify? First, we need to calculate what is y of t. Second, we have to calculate what is n of t. Okay. So y of t is what? Y of t is SF of t, which is input to this demodulator. SF of t multiplied with cos omega ct followed by an LPF, we will get y of t. Similarly, what is n naught of t? N naught of t means NF of t multiplied with cos omega ct followed by an LPF, we will get n naught of t. If these two signals are known, then we can easily find out the output power for these two cases. And once that signal to noise ratio for output is calculated, we have to divide with respect to this and we have to calculate figure of merit. So step by step we will see how to calculate it. I will not erase this block diagram because with the help of this block diagram we need to identify certain relations. So output power. Output power where? At the output of the modulator. This is input power, means input to demod. Okay. Now output of a demodulator. Let us consider first is y of t. Here we have considered y of t. Now what is this y of t? Y of t is SF of t is entering here. You can see SF of t due to the presence of S of t, NF of t due to presence of noise component which is passing through this band pass filter. This is the filter output which is multiplied with cos omega ct followed by low pass filter. I have written suffix low pass filter. What is the purpose of low pass filter? The purpose of low pass filter is to suppress the higher frequency component, suppress the DC component and extract the modulating signal. Okay. Now, what is SF of t? SF of t we have written, it is AC M of t, and this cos omega ct will become cos square omega ct pass through the low pass filter. Now, if you expand this, you will get AC into M of t divided by 2 1 plus cos 2 omega ct which is passed through the low pass filter. Now when this component is passed through low pass filter, the higher frequency of the harmonic component suppressed and we will get AC M of t divided by 2. So this is the output signal of a demodulator with respect to the received signal. Now we have to calculate with respect to the noise. Then we will calculate what is the output power and output noise power. Okay. So this is my signal. So output signal power is equals to 1 by 4, means it is 1 by 2 AC M of t whole divided by 2 whole square. So 1 minute. So it will become 1 by 4 square of this AC square M square of t whole bar half AC square into M square of t. So this will be my output signal power. Now I need to calculate, this is my S naught. Done. From where we have derived? From this power content in the pi of t. That is the output signal power. Now we need to calculate output noise power. Output noise. First we have to calculate N naught, then we have to calculate the power. So N naught is equals to NF of t into cos omega ct, because NF of t is multiplied with cos omega ct followed by an LP. Okay. Now in place of NF of t, you have to substitute NC of t. Cos omega ct will become cos square omega ct minus ns of t, that is sin omega ct into cos omega ct. Done. Now you need to expand this and it should be followed by an LPM. So if I am expanding, I will get NC of t divided by 2 plus NC of t divided by 2 cos 2 omega ct. Harmonic component if you expand this. Similarly, this is minus ns of t divided by 2 sin 2 omega ct, because it is sin a cos b, sin a cos a, and half if you multiply it will become sin 2a. So it is sin 2 omega ct. Now it is passed through an LPF. Okay. LPF will suppress the harmonic component. This component is suppressed, and we will get N naught of t is equals to NC of t divided by. So this is my output signal. Then output noise signal. I need to calculate the power content in this particular signal. How we will calculate the power in this particular signal? So output noise power is N naught. Now you can see the output signal power is AC m of t by 2. If you calculate the power, it will become 1 by 4 AC square m square of t. Similarly, here the power will become 1 by 4 mc square of t. So this will be my power component. Now NC is nothing but a magnitude. Magnitude of whom? Magnitude of a noise component. And this magnitude of a noise component will be same for the quadrature component also, because both amplitudes are same, n square of t. Okay, and this n square of t is same for your nf square of t. Nf is what? Nf is a magnitude of ns and nc of t. Nf is the output of a band pass filter for a particular noise component, which consists of in phase component and quadrature phase component. Okay, so output noise power we can calculate with respect to eta into b, because the noise effect is there and the noise power is how much? 2 eta into b. Because if it is half n square of t, the noise power throughout the system remain as it is for a DSB-AC system or for any sort of system. The noise bandwidth will be 2 eta into b. Now this 2 eta into b we have to substitute in the signal to noise ratio, so that we can calculate what is our output SNR. Output SNR. So what is the output SNR? It is half AC square m square of t whole bar divided by 2 eta into b. Now here you can see what is the value of AC square m square of t. It is nothing but 2 PR. Okay, it is nothing but 2 PR. Now how to represent this particular value? It is 1 by 4 AC square m square of t. You need to divide these two components. What I will write here in terms of signal to noise ratio? What I will write? I will write twice of signal power divided by 2 eta into b, because if I will multiply twice to the signal power, here 2 will be cancelled out and you will get 1 by 4. 1 minute. Just I need to represent the value once again. So output SNR is equals to signal power. Output signal power is how much? 1 by 4 AC square m square of t whole divided by how much it is? Now output noise power. Output noise power is 1 by 4 NC square of t. Done. This 1 by 4 is cancelled out. What is AC square into m square of t? It is nothing but 2PR. 2PR. Done. And what is the NC square of t? It is nothing but the power content in the noise for 2 eta into t. Done. So this is my output signal to noise. Next, you have to calculate the figure of merit, FOM. that is output SNR divided by input SNR. So output SNR here you can see it is 2PR divided by 2 eta into B whole divided by, what is the input SNR? It is PR whole divided by 2 eta into B. So this component cancelled out, this one get cancelled out, and it will become as 2. The figure of merit for a DSPAC system, it is 2. It is a constant. Okay, it is a dimensionless quantity. So figure of merit for DSPAC system is 2. If it is not 2, that means your calculations are wrong. You need to go through your calculation once again. So these proofs are basically asked in your exam, as well as these things are basically used to check when practical uses are there. They will see which type of modulation transmitted signal has done, which type of modulated signal we are receiving. If the figure of merit is 2, that means undoubtedly they will identify that we have received the DSPAC signal. Similarly, if I will calculate for SSPAC, this value may not be 2, it will become 1. How? Because half of the sideband we are going to transmit. Similarly, if it is an AM signal, then some other factor will come into picture. If it is FM signal, some other factor come into picture. But the procedure is same. This is the same procedure. Okay. First, we have to calculate input signal power. Second, we have to calculate input noise power. Third, we have to calculate output signal power. Fourth, we have to calculate output noise power for all these modulation techniques. And then we have to divide with respect to input signal to noise, output signal to noise, output noise, then divide this, you will get your figure of merit. Okay. Now this figure of merit is 2 for your DSPAC system. With the help of this figure of merit, we can also identify that which type of modulation is done while transmission. If the figure of merit is 2, it is a parameter. If it is matches to that parameter, if it is 1.98 also, that means we will consider that we have transmitted the DSPAC signal. If it is less than 1 or if it is 1, then we can say we have transmitted the SSPAC signal. So different calculations are done, but the procedure is same. Okay. Now we will see with respect to SSPAC. And one more thing, you note it down that the input noise power and the output noise power is same. Because you can see input noise power is 2 eta into B, output noise power is also 2 eta into B, because it depends upon only the noise component. This is half Ns square of T. Here also it is half Nc square of T. So that is the noise power. Remain constant throughout the system. Okay. Now we will discuss about the SSPAC signal. Now in SSPAC, the bandwidth in which the noise will affect is only, either you can say FM or you can say it is B, any of these factors. Okay. So again we will see step by step relations. In SSPAC system. Again we have to calculate what are the parameters: input signal power, input noise power, output signal power, output noise power, input SNR, output SNR, and then you have to calculate figure of merit. Output SNR divided by input SNR. Okay, so these are the parameters. Again you have to calculate. For this, again you have to use that calculation for noise module. So first S of t, which is my SSBAC signal added to the noise component, passed through the band pass filter, then it enters to demodulator, in which a mixer with cos omega ct followed by an LPF, and we are getting the outputs. So this is called demodulator, and this whole system is called as a receiver. Okay, band pass filter. Okay, so now here we are adding these two components, and here we will get SF of t and NF of t, which will enter to the demodulator. This SF of t and NF of t is called as input signal power and input noise power. Okay. So first of all, I need to write what is the SSBAC signal. Let us consider we are transmitting the lower segment signal. Okay. So S suffix SSBAC of